Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. Very interesting session and new development in the life of all of us, that is internet. The journey has started somewhere in 2000 or 1999 when I first used internet in this country. Since then, not only uses of internet, but internet has gone inside the life of each one of us, not in India, but around the world. Government has announced broadband policy in year 2004. And we were the first ISP, and you can say TSP in the country, launched broadband in January 2015. And since then, a long journey has come. India broadband market, which was minuscule around 10 years back in 2005, 2006, has come up to a long way. Right now, we have around 460 million telecom users, internet users in this country, next to China. And we are providing internet using both fixed wireline broadband as well as the wireless. And I'm very happy to note that we have more than 250 active ISPs in India right now. And with the announcement of virtual network operator policy 4 months back by government, we expect that this number of ISPs will go up fast, because this is the first time in the world that in virtual network operator arena, broadband and landline has been introduced in any country, along with mobile virtual network operators. In fixed line, BSNL is the market leader with around 58% of the market size as on date. And we are also one of the most important fourth position in mobile internet space in this country. The growth, if we see in India, is on an average at around 67% in internet. But very interesting to see that the mobile internet growth in rural area is around 100%. And in urban area, it is 65%. So we expect that by 2020, India should be touching. Of course, the projection from various forum like ICANN or any other marketing agency says that we will reach around 730 million internet users by 2020. But my expectation goes that we should be crossing around 900 million by 2020. The kind of adoption of internet in the country is progressing very, very fast. As per the figures available with us, around 150 million of we Indians are using Facebook. But very interesting that e-commerce adoption in the country has gone up very fast. And Flipkart is being used by 75 million. And the new entrant in the country, Paytm, more than 100 million users are already using Paytm. And there is no parallel to WhatsApp. I don't know, the figure available with me is around 150 million, but it should be more, because when we see the address book of our telephone, around 95% of those addresses are on WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is what is driving the mobile internet telephony use effectively in this country. If we look at the key drivers of internet in this country, they are the smartphone introduction and spread of smartphone exclusively in this country, and e-commerce, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp are the general drivers. But the government initiatives which are happening for the last 10 years in various forums are helping. Recent announcement of Digital India by government in July 2015 has really pushed broadband, and it is pushing the use of internet, computer in general in this country very fast. The ISPs, which is a form today which where we are sitting, has a very important role to play. As I said, that more than 250 ISPs are active in this country. They are enabling the availability of broadband services in smaller towns and villages, which is very difficult because establishing the infrastructure, rolling out the things, maintaining those networks is very costly. And on the top of it, the paying capacity of the rural population is very less. Another more important thing which is important to all of us is ensuring the data security and privacy of the data for all of us is very, very important. I would like to dwell upon the cyber security as a subject today with all of you, because it has become highly important since internet has gone into our offices and our house and our mind very large. We have seen that in the recent US presidential election 2016, there are doubts which have been created among the voters that there is a possibility of cyber attack on the election results itself. Cyber security is a very important aspect which all of us are required to see. Cyber security is simply the defense framework of any computer. The word biggest data breach impact upon the corporate sector, which actually involve hack, inside job, leaks, and poor security. As per the information available with us, the total cyber attacks which we had in 2016, 10.5% were on financial services, 15.8% on the software, and around 26.8% on the industries. Government of India has formed a special group on cyber security. They are working on various norms, rules and applications to be followed to ensure that all of us are highly secured, because more and more financial data is also being accessed through internet. Now, what are the different issues which are required to be handled by all the stakeholders in this particular arena, that is internet users? One, I said that data security and network security to me is number one requirement of the issues to be handled today. Then availability of services in underserved market, that is small town and villages, still required, but the growth is very high there. Third important thing which Minister has also spoken at the inaugural of ICANN is the availability of services in local languages. The country has around 18-19 official languages, but we speak more than 2,000 phonetics and languages in different parts of the country. The progress of this kind of technology is only possible if we go into local languages. India has started a domain name in the local languages recently. Works are going on, and I hope that ICANN is working on developing the local languages. And we hope that India should be able to help ICANN very effectively, not only in the Indian languages, but in other languages, other part of the world also. Another thing which is troubling us is adoption of IPv6 on IPv4. We know that IPv4 are already exhausted. We are facing problem in maintaining the system, accessing the websites, using the various networks, using IP. Adoption is very slow because it is very costly process. It takes time also. These are certain concerns. And I think the last point which I would like to discuss is about giving equal opportunity to everybody. Now this covers both the bridge which is existing between developed countries, developing countries and underdeveloped countries, rich and poor, the people who have and who don't have. Now finally, I would like to say a few words on ICANN and its role in India, and how and what are the areas which we should look into it. For ISPs like BSNL, ICANN was known as DNS server. We still know ICANN as DNS server. We keep on working that we should have more capacity of DNS server. There should not be any hiking. There should not be any hijacking. The people should feel more comfortable to access all those things. For internet users, ICANN is known as .com, .in, .org, and all those things. I think we have to really take these particular things to the users effectively, goes in the mind of people that what ICANN is doing. Good news, in September 2016, ICANN is off the control of a government which was controlling for so many years. But the question which comes in our mind is it really true? Has it become really liberated? Now the question comes is that suppose ICANN is based in US. The legislative and judicial control is still with US. In case any court give any judgment in US on ICANN activities, ICANN has to follow that. In case the US Assembly pass a law curbing or not curbing or extending the ICANN domain, we have to follow as on date. There are certain agencies in US itself, government agencies, which have effective laws if they can implement on ICANN. We have to follow it. So we have to really look into it. Now time has come of all of us who are sitting here and who are not sitting here to see that ICANN should work effectively. As I said that ICANN has a big role to play in bridging the digital divide because the whole society is now becoming a digital society. Equal opportunity should be given to the users in Africa and equal opportunity what the European and Americans are getting. ICANN should be as democratic as possible. What I am saying democratic is that the top level domain are controlled by big businessmen today. So we have to see that no absolute control of any business community or even absolute control by the government agency should be there. There should be a participative governance of ICANN in the days to come, and users should have a big say in governing the internet. Owners of top-level domain, whether they should have absolute control on those domains throughout their life, or it needs review on a periodic basis. India being the second largest internet user country must play a very important role in ICANN activities and in internet governance in the country, in the world. We have manpower. We are contributing directly or indirectly. Finally, I would like to say that I think it is onus on we Indians to present an alternative governance model to the ICANN to come in the future. And I think we are capable of doing that. With these words, I have left some thoughts to discuss in this particular ISP forum. Thank you very much.